Alright, what's up YouTube? So, today we're going to talk about what to do when you get your used Grom, when you buy your first used Grom, and you get it home. Some things you should be looking at, some things you need to do, and some things that are going to save you a lot of headache over some time and over the future. So, I know the first thing that you're going to want to do is start throwing a bunch of mods at this thing. And you should, but some things you should spend money on prior to that are just some maintenance things that really should get looked at. Otherwise, you're going to throw all this money at something and it's you're going to have some problems. So, a couple key things is going to be the chain. You should probably change the oil. You should look at your fork seals. You should look at your brake fluid, that kind of stuff. Address that before you start dumping a bunch of money. And if you want to do that at the same time as you change the oil and do another modification, that's perfectly fine. But you're going to want to at least take a look at this thing. Otherwise, you're going to start having some issues later on that you could have prevented with just spending a few bucks. So I'm going to switch the camera around, and then I'm going to do a walk around on the bike as to what you should be taking a look at, and then we're going to go from there. All right, so some of the first things that you should be looking at when you're looking at your used Grom that you just got home. You should do a once around on the bike. Some things you might have missed when you're looking at it before you bought it. Just gonna get familiar with it. Take a look at it, take a deep dive, and make sure everything's okay. Make sure nothing's bent, nothing's acting weird. Everything's connected where it should be. You know, the seat's latched, nothing's fallen off on anything. Just make sure all that stuff's fine. But the first thing you should do, and this isn't just on a Grom, this is on any motorcycle or anything you buy, even if the guy said he just did it, change the oil. Like, the oil's not hard to change on this thing. It's a quart of oil, an oil filter, a gasket, and a crush washer, I think. Like, it is ridiculously easy. I'm going to do that here next, as soon as I'm done making this kind of walk around video. Second thing you want to look at is the chain. It doesn't look like this has been ever clean, lubed, or adjusted since this thing was probably purchased new. So I can tell you it's ridiculously dry. It needs some lube. It's way out of spec. Doesn't mean it needs to be replaced. It just needs to be put in the proper area. And there's a little sticker on the side of this thing that tells you how to do that, how much free play it should have, that kind of stuff. So take a look at the chain. Change your oil. Brake fluid is a little dark. Nothing that needs to happen right this second, but in a little while I'm probably going to change the brake fluid. I noticed the brakes are slightly spongy, but nothing too crazy. Okay, the other thing you want to look at is your fork seals. Make sure they're not leaking. This one's a 26 with only 1,200 miles on it, so the fork seals are fine. But if you buy one that's 4 or 5 years old and it's got, you know, 4,000 or 5,000 miles on it or something, they might need fork seals. So you can tell if there's any, you know, fluid that's coming out. These are clean. So again, I know the first thing you're gonna want to do is just start throwing a bunch of mods on it, and that's fine. And I'm gonna do the same thing, but before I start, you know, taking this fender off and doing all that stuff, I'm gonna make sure everything else mechanically is good with the bike. And you can do that again at the same time. If you want to take the tail section off and also change the oil at the same time, obviously go for it. But don't just mod this thing and then not change everything else, because, well, then you're going to have issues later on. Especially with how loose this chain is on this. Like, this could possibly snap, roll a tooth, or, you know, jump a tooth or something. The next thing you know, it snaps, goes in the front part of your motor, and then I got a giant problem that just could have been addressed by simply cleaning, lubing it, and then putting it into the correct spec. So, like, it's not a hard process to do. So do a once over on it and make sure everything's fine. Everything else, this thing is super clean. So I like the color, I like the white. And I am gonna put a kind of a couple mods and stuff that I'm gonna do after all that. So if you like what you see, I'm just an average guy with average motorcycles making average videos. And I'm going to put some mods and stuff, what I'm going to do and what I think looks cool. So if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Please consider. I would appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just an average dude just trying to put some stuff on the internet that I think looks cool. You guys have a fantastic day. Thank you. Bye-bye.